Recently, Nintendo dropped the news on all of us that sadly the Wii U and the 3DS's eShop will have its final days in March of 2023. Hundreds of great games are to be taken away forever, leaving many fans going crazy over what to buy when it comes to throwing their money at Nintendo once again. The 3DS's eShop was one of the places I felt tons of happiness in my body. Redeeming an eShop points card, browsing for hours, and choosing the game I wanted was a wise decision at the time that I just won't be able to relive. By May 23, 2022, Nintendo is removing the ability to buy games with a credit card. And by August 29, 2022, the use of redeeming an eShop card will be removed. I, on the other hand, have a trusty boat that leaves me not too worrisome. And lately, I've been playing a lot of eShop exclusives that I loved playing as a kid. So I decided to fulfill my dues and give my top 5 picks that you should definitely check out before the eShop closes. These aren't in any particular order, by the way. Number 1. Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. Rusty's Real Deal Baseball is a game about a collection of mini games that you're able to buy off of Rusty Slugger, a baseball shop owner that is facing hard times in life and is therefore trying to sell off games he bought about his favorite pastime. The only thing is that these games actually cost real money. Smart thinking, Nintendo. But one of the best parts of the game involves you trying to haggle Rusty in a number of ways in order to get the price as cheap as possible for yourself. The minigames that you're able to purchase consist of over 50 challenges, all based around Rusty's favorite sport, baseball. It's a fun little game that has humorous dialogue in it and pretty fun challenges that are well worth the experience. And the reason why it's on here is because you probably won't be able to buy these games with real life money soon, so... Number 2, Mutant Muds. Alright, okay, I know this one isn't an eShop exclusive, but the fact that it looks amazing on a 3DS is why it's on here. Mutant Muds is a 2D platformer based off the main protagonist, Max, witnessing a meteor strike the earth resulting in the Muddy Invasion. This causes Max to go out into the world with a water gun and jetpack to defeat all the mutant muds by collecting water sprites to pretty much clean all the dirt and mud. This gameplay is super easy considering there are only about 3 buttons to be used, A, B, X, Y, and the D-pad. The level design of the game is very simple but always requires the player to have to come back to different stages with different equipment to proceed much further into each world. This, plus an amazing soundtrack, equals up to such a memorable game that I recommend anyone to play. It doesn't require much brain power and could last you a good deal of time. Number 3. Pocket Card Jockey. Pocket Card Jockey is a game about solitaire and racing horses. That's it, that's the game. To some, I could see it being a bit of a buzzkill to see cards in a digital game, but adding solitaire into a horse jockey race adds a very different gameplay aspect. In order to win your races, you must be quick and know exactly where to place your cards, because if you don't, your mistakes could cost you the race by either making your horse go haywire or just ending up with you falling behind the others. There's an entire system within the game when it comes to stamina and comfort zones of the horses, which are super easy to learn and help the game not just feel like you're watching a horse run while you play with a deck of cards. On top of the actual racing portion, the game allows your horse to acquire different stats and skills throughout its lifespan as a racehorse, which can eventually be used when breeding new horses. Faster horses equals more wins equals more money. It's a very different game than what I was used to, but I find myself going back more and more to try and be as many races as I can. If you like a good challenge and the use of some brain power, I highly recommend this one. Number 4. Sakura Samurai Art of the Sword. Sakura Samurai Art of the Sword is an action fighting game all based around precise swordplay. You're an unnamed hero known as a Sakura Samurai on a quest to rescue a kidnapped princess named Cherry Blossom. Throughout the world's levels, you're faced with many swordsmen that you must learn their attacks, dodge, and know when to strike them. It's a game that requires quick thinking but also wise attacks. In and out of levels, you're able to visit different villages that have shops, rest areas, and blacksmiths, all to help you along on your journey. There's also a rock garden that you're able to tribute walking pedometer steps to, and many side challenges that can be used for extra gold. The art style and soundtrack of this game fit the entire Japanese aesthetic of being a warrior on a quest, and it's a very immersive game that I can't stop coming back to. Number 5. Pushmo. Pushmo, or the Pushmo series in general, is a puzzle game based on pulling and pushing blocks within Pushmo Park. The player controls Malo, a round sumo wrestling character, in order to solve Pushmo. Pushmo, which is also the name of these puzzles, is pretty much all about solving these puzzles in such a way in order to get yourself to the top. But there's a catch to this. On these structures, you're only able to pull out the blocks a maximum of 3 steps, in which then, the next platform you're on can only be pushed out the same amount, just as long as Malo doesn't fall off the course. If you happen to get stuck on a structure, there is a built-in rewind feature that can allow the player to basically undo their mistake. Alongside the game's 250 levels, there's even more to be discovered with the use of the create and share option using QR codes. Pushmo is probably at the very top of my list, considering I always remember getting stuck and coming back again and again to these puzzles just to solve them. All of these games remind me of my childhood with the 3DS, and I just wanted to make a quick video honoring them before it's too late. And there it is, my top 5 picks you should definitely check out before the eShop closes forever. If you made it this far in the video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and check out some of these other videos. Thanks.